Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Plus. I'm Shweta Kothari. We are starting with markets this afternoon. After closing in red on Friday, Indian markets bounced back to close with moderate gains in a volatile session. Joining me at this point in time in the studio is my colleague Suyash. Suyash, how did the markets close?
So it was a volatile session for the Indian markets, Shweta, and however, despite profit booking at higher levels, bulls did manage to, hold on to their own and kept indices in the positive territory for the majority of the session. Now at close, Sensex was up 63 points at 65,344 levels. The 30-share index touched an intraday high of 65,633 levels and an intraday low of 65,246. Now Nifty closed 0.12% higher at 19,355 levels. The 50-share index touched an intraday high of 19,435 and an intraday low of 19,327. Now, the broader markets, which had been outperforming headliners, ended today's session lower. Nifty Mid-Cap 100 was down 0.38%, while Nifty Small-Cap 100 ended 0.58% lower.
Okay, and what sectors and stocks stood out for you?
So, Shweta, except metals and oil and gas, all sectoral indices on the NSE ended today's session in the red. Now, Nifty IT was a top loser today. It fell over 1%. Nifty Auto also was under pressure. It closed 0.64% lower. Now, among individual stocks, Reliance wasn't focused today. It gained as much as 3.85%. Now, Reliance gained on the back after gained about 4% in intraday trade after it fixed the record date for determining equity shareholders who will receive shares of Reliance Strategic Investment Limited, which will be, as we know, renamed to Jio Financial Services. Now, among other major contributors was Tata Steel, JSW Steel, Bharti Airtel and SGFC Life. All of them were up 1 to 3% in today's session. On the other side, Titan Company was a top loser today. It fell over 3%. HCL Tech, Power Grid Corporation, TCS and HUL also were among the top laggards on the Nifty.
Okay, so my understanding, it was the retail investors' participation that kept the market afloat.
So retail, data at least suggests that retail inflow and at least the retail segment or the retail investors are finally, ready to jump on the bullish bandwagon. The number of demat accounts hit a 13-month high in June, as there were about 2.36 million new account openings last month. Now, inflows into open-ended equity mutual funds have also hit a 3-month high in June, and it jumped 166% year on year amid a steady rise in the stock market. And even though the inflows, the cash segment has seen good inflows from the foreign institutional investors, it seems that the retail participation has also increased, in the last couple of weeks.
Okay. So while, more demat account opening is a good indicator, is there any way to assess whether these demat accounts are active at the moment, how much they're transacting? Is there an average that we can conclude?
Right now, as of now, the opening is a good indicator to, kind of gauge where the retail participants are. And in fact, if you have seen the overall market segment, sentiment has been bullish over the last couple of weeks. We have the index have surged about 4%. IPOs are giving great returns. Cyan DM opened 52% high over its issue price. Idea Forge had a 94% listing gains. And there are also a lot more companies that are willing to come out with their IPOs. So when at a time when more companies are willing to come with their IPOs, it suggests that the market sentiment or the market mood overall is good.
Okay, I seem to have missed the bus on IPO rally, but I have to ask you, what's the outlook like for the week ahead?
So, Shweta, the market have been scaling lifetime highs on a consistent basis over the last 2 weeks. So, according to experts, there could be some pullback or consolidation this week, or at least in the first few sessions. But the overall bullish sentiment is expected to remain intact. Now, this week, investors will focus on the inflation print both in the US and India. And also, we welcome the earnings season, which begins this week. As usual, IT majors will kick off the week. TCS and HCL Technologies will be the first to announce their numbers. It will be tomorrow, July 12th, followed by Wipro. Among other major names that will come out with their earnings report card for the first quarter are Avenue Supermarts, Bandhan Bank, JSW Steel, Federal Bank, Angel One and Tata Metallics.
Okay, those are of course the top earning sectors and companies to look out for. We'll bring you all the details here right on News9. Suyash, thanks very much for joining with all those details.